You know what? You get to start us off this time because here's my microphone. And
you do need that.
I always talk too much. So I'm going to do a lot of talking during the episode. So you can have a turn. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Disco Ball Discourse. We're going to edit that out.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Disco Ball Discourse. I'm Hayden.
I'm Emily.
And we want to talk to you about some of our past traumas, how we're unpackaging it, and why Hoarders comes into it.
That probably sounds like a lot to think about, but we have been on such a Hoarders kick lately, and not just because of the TV show.
Oh, no, it's not just something that we've seen on a TV screen. It was something that my ex and I had to deal with, and then you had to deal with your ex as well.
Yes. And the funny part is it's been done with mine for a while, his kind of recently, but we end up, kind of like, oh, let's eat dinner, let's hang out, let's watch something on TV. I don't know why I can't say TV. And Hoarders comes on. And he says, do you want to watch this? And I'm like, boy, are you kidding? I've been watching this for years. I love watching this. I love cleaning the house. I love seeing what's going on. And I'll tell you, this time around in my period of life, it hit me a lot differently.
Well, we have been cleaning up a very beautiful big house that was pretty much trashed. We picked up, cleaned up, threw away truckloads and truckloads of trash that was just conveniently left for me to clean up. We were supposed to be the cleaning crew, I guess. But your deal was just a bunch of actual stuff, was it not? Now, maybe not the greatest stuff, but...
No. And it was not like, oh, we've decided to part ways. And so, of course, you take care of your part, I'll take care of my part. And there was a lot of years to undo. It was abandonment. And I'm out of here. I live somewhere else. See you later. And it was an almost 3,000 square foot house of stuff to deal with. Just me. My two other kids had already moved out of the house. One teenager lived at home. And it was just pretty much up to me. And that's not cool.
No, it's definitely not appreciated. Mine stole the thermostats. That's how petty this stuff is with our ex. Has been very gracious to us, very kind people.
So actually, too, there's so many funny things like that I think we can both get into. I experienced mine before I met him, and we experienced his together for the most part. But before we go any further, I do want to talk about the depth of it besides like, let's just talk about this stupid trashy time in our life. Yeah. Trashy, haha. But the reason what it comes from and how Hoarders really does tie into that, because we like to watch it, and from what we've researched, it says it's exposure therapy, meaning we want to see other people who have experienced what we've gone through, having to get through extreme clutter or abandonment. Both.
Now, for them, though, they're not really going through a divorce or anything, but it is coming to a emotional spot in their life where a change has to happen. They have to change. They have to stop bringing in stuff. They have to let go of all the stuff that they've gathered throughout their life, that they've collected, and actually rethink how they need to envision themselves and what their stuff actually is.
Well, and sometimes it has not like immediately back to back, but things have happened. They had a child pass away, a spouse pass away, some of those things, and it turned into something else. So it's kind of easy for people in general to watch that and be like, wow, my house doesn't look like that. I'm at least better than that. And I will say I watched it like that before. And then to explore the psychological things that are going behind the hoards is very interesting. And so what me experienced was having my own psychological break while watching.
Yeah, it was very interesting because we were just sitting there watching it, and as this therapist person is talking to this person and they're realizing what's going on, and just the wording that she used hit her square in the heart, and she was just like, it makes sense.
I don't know these people on TV. I don't know any of this stuff. And it was like the therapist there was talking to me, and she hit something so square on, and it's not about stuff. It is, and it isn't, and it really isn't. And it's about a healing journey. And on the show too, they could just have them say, sit over there, and have a cleaning crew come and clean everything out and look beautiful and perfect. But they don't do it. They let them go through their process because they want the hoarder to accept it and to process and to grow.
Well, yeah, if they had just gone in there, cleaned out everything without asking, is this important? This is junk. This is trash. That person would never A, heal, and B, would be very bitter about the whole experience, and then more than likely instantly want to go and gather more stuff. They've been robbed. All of their stuff was taken. There's no healing. There's no getting better. And what they're trying to do is stop the continuance of this person's what they call a mental disorder.
And it's hard for us to watch it because we're sitting there going, okay, get all the stuff out of there. Okay, throw all the trash away, put a couple of things in there. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I've been tempted so many times to fast forward to the end of an episode just to see the done part. However, having our own experiences, we understand. And you never know what scrap of paper, old necklace, tissue box, whatever it is, might mean something to someone. And so the organizers go and they let them look at all of these things, and they have to process it. And it's fair, but it would be frustrating.
It is fair, but whenever they're talking so much, that's what's frustrating. It's not frustrating watching a dirty house turn clean. We both like that. Oh man, this place is wrecked. Then they show the after, and it's like, oh, great. Now, we have also been kind of poking fun at it, where it's like, this is day 4. We've got 20 minutes to do everything. And there's all of these tints of everything. There's no way we can finish. Let's show the house. And it's just all done, picked up, clean, and everything. It's like, come on now.
I know. It's funny to watch their process. I know there's editing. I know there's all those things that go into it, but it's funny. They'll have messed around with antique vases and a shoe collection that needs to go in the trash for 4 days before they have to get to it. And we're both like, tell them no, throw it away. And the family members and people who are helping, they're that way too. I mean, we've seen more breakdowns from the people helping.
Well, they're actual real people. They're not a therapist who is like, okay, I know how these people are. I know how I have to be very cautious. I know how I have to be patient. I've been trained for this. These are people like, I took 4 days off of work. I really love you, and I really want you to do better. We're going to do better. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And it is really sweet because they're getting so frustrated and sad and yelling and crying because of how much they love and care about the people who need help.
Yeah.
So I do want to jump over to our personal experiences. I have some hoarder type of experiences, but I want you to start with yours. It's being the most recent and something that I got to be a part of. And I do consider that a privilege that I got to be a part of that. So tell about your experience.
So whenever I was with my ex, it was never clean. Fairly decently picked up, but never clean. She was a stay-at-home mom, so there was really no excuses. It was a big house. It was 3,500 square foot, 5 stories, which is wild, but there was no real true effort. Nothing like this woman right here. I mean, I'll just randomly come in and she'll be washing dishes, or I swept the deal while you were sleeping in. It's crazy. It's amazing. But once I actually left, it was about a year of her being in the house without me. We were still trying to sell it. She was supposed to make it show ready. So, gather up everything that I got very minimalist during there. I didn't care about anything. It's all just stuff. Some of it meant to me that I could put, some things meant something to me that I could put in a box. Other than that, I didn't care. So it was, hey, you do this, you clean up, you make a chill room ready. And that didn't happen. So got my lawyer involved, got her kicked out. Now we go in there just to deal with whatever's left over and get it cleaned up. And she was messy beforehand, and she was messy that whole entire time. And then she left a mess specifically for me. I don't know if she knows anything about my life, but for me to clean up. She destroyed my stepdaughter's room. Bunch of trash everywhere. That bathroom had a bunch of white stuff on there. She stole, like I said, the thermostat. She stole the fridge. She stole the stove. She stole a shower head. It was a show. Indeed, to go and clean up.
I'm half laughing and I'm half biting my lip because I got to see all of this, and the emotional toll it took on me, making me so angry, was weird because I didn't know you before this. I didn't know that person. And all I'm doing is watching a place where I know somebody lived that has something to do with you today, and that a kid lived there. And I'm like,
yeah. The kid having to live in this filth really took a toll on her. I was embarrassed to an extent, but I was like, step kid to me. Now that we're divorced, there's nothing I can do. And it wasn't easy, but it was, hey, this is just trash. This is just junk. This is out of my control. So let's just do what I can and take control of what I can. So I took, what was it, 7 or 8 truckloads of big black trash bags of just trash.
and I will say, he did that part. I went in and spent my first 6 to 7 hours in the kitchen alone, because this took a long time. And his stepmom did come and help do a lot of stuff. And we spent hours in different parts of the house. We didn't even see each other for so many hours because we were all just deep scrubbing and grinding our teeth.
One's on this floor. Yeah, it was interesting.
A couple of interesting words were said.
I'm sure there were some conversations. I would show up long enough to load up bags and bags of trash and junk and then drive to the dump. And then drive back right about the time, be loading up more bags of trash and junk and trash and drive back.
And it was funny because I was not part of the situation, so I could only imagine. And at first, before you got in there, I was imagining graffiti on the wall and half a piece of sheetrock out.
Luckily, there wasn't busted holes, busted window seal or windows and stuff like that. It was just really junky and trashy, and she stole some stupid stuff.
Well, I had anticipated, I'm like, you know what? I like cleaning. I like cleaning other people's houses more than I like cleaning my own, but I like to make something clean and put together and organized. So I was like, well, what is your kitchen sink made out of? And I'm going to get power paste. And I got all my fun cleaning products. And then we got in there and spent a day using a shovel to clean out a bedroom. And I was like, girl, you misjudged.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't get to do that part eventually, but there was so much huge, giant, mega Hoarders level maintenance to be done before we could even touch the countertops or anything.
Oh yeah,
we had to find them.
It was the big stuff. And even now, I'm going to have a professional cleaning crew come in after, because there is holes in the wall, but it's from like the back of a door and little stuff like that. So get that all touched up. But I'm still have to have a professional cleaning crew come in and actually clean all of the door seals and the baseboards and all of that stuff.
And listen, I'm going to go ahead and say I have an apology to my mom, because my mom has tried to have people help her clean before. And she would spend the day cleaning the house and then cleaning next to the person while they were cleaning her house. I'm sorry, and I get it now, because you would think him saying after me and his stepmom had spent weekends and weekends and hours and all that on there, that would sound insulting. I'm not insulted. I was there. We needed to have it good enough for people to come in and clean it.
Yes.
And that's because last thing I did, scrubbed an entire bathroom, showers, tiles, everything from the years it had not been touched and everything. And I'm still not going to be insulted when somebody comes in there and cleans it all again, so that people can walk in and say, I want to buy this house exactly how it is, bring my stuff in.
Yeah. And if you think about it, with all the stuff that we did, now they can focus on the fine detail stuff.
And that's what they should do, as they should. If I had had time, if that's what the situation was like, I would have done that.
Yeah.
Because, I would.
During Hoarders, they have that. They'll come in, tear, everything out of the house. It's all junky and trashy, and then sort through that. And while they're doing all of that, at the end, they're like, oh, we've got, what is it, SteriClean?
something like that. It depends on the area they're in.
Yeah, it's a professional cleaning service that actually comes in after it's all said and done. They get it all set up, and sometimes they get them new beds and all that good stuff. But the same thing is happening here. Come in with a shovel, because they've done it too, and shovel out junk and trash, throw all that away, then come back in with a professional cleaning crew.
And
it's wild.
The thing about it is, like, when we were there, it's like kind of funny to talk about it now and to talk about the actual gravity of what it was and what had happened and everything. But it was really upsetting. Not for him. He processes things well, is what it is. Let's go from A to B. But me and his stepmom, who are also good friends, we would just like find each other in the middle of the hallway and just be like, we would be shaking our heads with tears in our eyes, looking at each other like we don't even have the words to say. And if we have words, they might be bad. So
they cannot be said on this podcast.
Yes. And so it was a highly emotional experience for me because I love him. I'm watching what he has to go through with this. Also, me being very attached to a kid that I don't even know. I don't care. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I've been a stepmom. Kids don't deserve to go through what the parents are going through in whichever way it is. And so it was a deeply emotional time for me. But then we got to the end. And then I'd be like, look at this room, woo, woo, woo. And then we go, look at this room. You know, we weren't even there to see those rooms. We were there to do something else. I'm like, but look in here. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh.
So
yeah, no, the kid part is about the worst thing. That's the only thing that's even somewhat emotional to me. That's just a house. That's just some wood and plywood and paint. That's all that is. The couches that are in there, those are just couches. It's not like, oh, we did Christmas sitting on these. Oh, the memories.
I feel called out.
Well, with your stuff, I mean, did any of Matt's stuff actually mean anything to you? Whenever did any of his stuff actually have an emotional toll on you?
Honestly, no. And it was okay. I actually became more detached from anything that was the stuff because it reminded me of the entire marriage and the entire relationship and the Christmases on the couch and all of those things. And instead of everything hurt me so badly, there were things that I just really didn't want to hold on to because I needed to let go and have a fresh start. So even the things that were just his, well, okay, here's my situation. He was like, hey, I don't live here anymore. We're getting a divorce. Bye. And that was literally it. And so I had to deal with an entire house that I needed to now clean up and sell things. And he had the entire 2-car garage hoarded. And we had a shed in the back that was falling down, not a great thing. And that was hoarded as well.
Now, whenever you say hoarded, because there's levels of hoarding.
I mean, you couldn't walk through there. There was a tiny little path. Things were stacked on top of each other. So I won't say all the way to the ceiling, but things were close. It was just the most randomness of junk that meant something to him from his past. His grandmother, his dad who had passed away, and all those things at the time that didn't bother me because I was like, listen, I'm an emotional person and I'm tied to those things. And I have lost grandparents, but we didn't share property or spaces or things like that of stuff I wanted to hold on to. But I haven't lost any of my parents. And I was like, you just have to put yourself in that place and be considerate. And I was, but it was so much. And as long as the inside of my house was good, I was good. We had a lot of inside of the house. So as far as any of the things he sold beforehand under my nose, gave to his family members, things like that, I didn't care about the things. It was just the things that we did have in the home together that I was like, wherever I go now, I cannot afford or fit this stuff anywhere. So it was a huge burden to me. All of our stuff became a burden. And so I had to process what are the things that you really want to keep, my kids' school pictures and things that meant stuff to me like that. And then I had to do a big clean out, throw a lot of stuff away. I did have a garage sale. I gave stuff away, Facebook Marketplace, things like that. It was just the sheer volume of what I had to do.
That is funny that you said, your kids' pictures and stuff like that. Mine, like I said, was going to go take the Nest thermostat, but was going to leave all of the pictures of her and my ex-stepdaughter, her real biological daughter, left those, her grandma's blanket that she loves so much for so many years, and it smells like her. All of that was all left behind. But gosh, Friday, we're going to get us a shower head. We're getting that.
Because it's important.
Yes. I mean, it was a good shower head. It had the whole thing. It makes sense, you know.
Oh my gosh. It's really funny how in whatever those two people were thinking on your side and on my side, the stuff that they actually took that actually meant something. And then the rest they just left like, oh, yeah. You got it.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It's just some stuff. You got it.
My stuff was like leftover trash, like actual literal garbage trash, except for those
pictures and
those. There was a few minute, like, I cannot believe this isn't important to her. She had 3 days, all the good stuff. Wow, that's crazy to me. But it was actual just garbage, trash, junk. His stuff was like important to him.
Oh, very. And I think in reality, this is kind of a self-discovery happening on camera here. I think he thought I was good enough of a person that I could be upset, but I wouldn't do him that wrong, and that I would take care of and protect it for him. And I'm going to say this. First of all, sort of.
Legally speaking.
And legally, as soon as I saw a lawyer days after the abandonment had happened, I said, what am I legally bound to keep? And she said, you have to keep, and told me what it was. And for it's not abandoned technically that you can get rid of it until 1 year. But we went ahead and did court proceedings and things immediately. So there was a actual date set for him to come pick up that stuff. So I had to keep it till that date, which was just under a year. So I had to clean out a house, be really sad, still be a parent, and then stage and organize it to have photos and a realtor and people coming to see it. I mean, we'd have people come see it 3 times a week, like on of 30 minutes notice, and have to come clean it up. So I had to stage, remove, clean, maintain. It was a really big house, and then also store his stuff. So I had to, I'm saying and I did a lot of things by myself. I have a lot of family, a big family, and they were right there beside me saying, you just tell us when and we'll come do it all. And so my big boy nephews, they would come and they would help me move things, but I'd already had it in a box or ready, or say, just take this and move it over here. Take this and move it over here. After I'd thrown away and done a lot of stuff, because it was nobody's problem to get through my kitchen junk drawer and my closets like it was my own.
Yeah.
So I did take my family up on the help when it came to moving refrigerators and things like that. But the reality is there's a lot of stuff that had to be done by me before. I just felt guilty. Like, I'm not going to be like, I don't know, I'm sad, so just take care of it all. That's not their problem.
No.
It just didn't feel right to me. I felt like I needed to say, okay, here's this big pile. Move to this place.
They're there to help you, not to coddle you.
No, yeah. It wouldn't have even been right or fair. And then it would have been like how we wish on Hoarders, and they just would have been like, throw it all in the trash.
Yeah.
Then I would have been in legal trouble, and let's not be doing that, because I do follow rules. So had to hold on to it for just under a year before the year mark came up.
Yeah, the 1 year does seem to be a common occurrence here. She legally had to hold on to his stuff for 1 year. I had to legally be bickering back and forth, trying to get my lawyers to call me back to actually get her to be held accountable. So, yeah, if you get a divorce and it's a show kind of like ours, expect a year of fun.
At the very least, and then the financial things and everything that come after that, taxes and all that kind of...
watch out for that. Yeah.
It's terrible. Okay. Getting divorced is terrible. That's like just the tiniest part of it. It's all of the life you've created together that you have to undo. That is really hard. But
do you know why divorces are so expensive?
Why?
Because they're worth it.
Oh, yeah, true. Actually, that's right. And so this isn't like, we are talking about reality of the past, but we're not like boo-hoo-hoo over the exes or anything. This is just the actual facts. And when we were discussing what to have a podcast topic on, I was like, it needs to be about something real and something that's recent. And how long would you say, how many weekends did we go and clean your house? Because it's an hour and a half away.
My thought, because I can't remember, I think we did 4.
Okay, a solid month.
Yes.
Of weekends.
Yes.
And it's an hour and a half, right? Yep. I don't know. I just talked the whole way. So I'm like, la, 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 here we are.
Hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. Yep.
So by the time you go up there, you better have your whole day planned to stay there and do it and come back. And that's because we both live in another town and work full time, and we're able to do a monumentous project in cleaning that out. And you know what? The other person, and I'm meaning both of our other people, they just got to walk away and not care.
Yeah.
Because they knew we would take care of it. And that stinks.
Yours had a plan. Mine, whenever the sheriff showed up and was like, hey, you get out now. I don't think she was all ha, but she came back and was like, ha.
Yeah, actually, I'll take this fridge.
Yeah, I'll take the fridge. It was a 36-inch propane stove. It was premier range. I think that thing was worth like $4,000, $5,000. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know I would know or care about how many inches the range was until we went to go look for replacements. Like, if we've got to do this to sell the house, and we looked and we're like, well, that's not even a normal size. That's a custom big giant size.
Special order, yeah. 36-inch. It's a amazing house. I mean, real granite countertops. The people before me spared no expense.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
I told him I really felt like the only reason that house was okay after the literal abuse it had been through and the junk and the trash and never wiping anything down with a paper towel once was because they had a lot of granite countertops, beautiful wood floors. The sheetrock was great. Like, the crown molding was beautiful. The cabinets were nice. And it's because I've lived in a lot of houses over the married years, and I know a good house versus one that's barely hanging in there. And I told him that's a lot of the reason that I clean the way that I do is because I've lived in nice houses and I've lived in not so nice houses, but I promise you it was going to be clean. And sometimes that's all you can do. You know, you can't change the green shag carpet. Or,
yes, you can. It just costs money.
True. And then your landlord's going to be like, hey... Thanks, dum-dum.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Like, oh, can I get some of my rent off? No.
Now, I had great landlords back in the day when I did. And even some of the houses that I owned or that we owned, you know, by the time you get in there and you've got a mortgage and the kids and everything, just the renovations are so expensive. Oh,
yeah. Because you're already climbing a hill as it is every month. And then somebody's like, hey, why don't you go a little further?
Why don't you redo the tile? No. And I'm not that much of a do-it-yourselfer. I'm good at painting, as we saw with the podcast room. That is all. Cleaning, painting, got you. And I'll make you a sandwich. But that's about as far as I go in remodeling. Okay, so... we're going to talk about the other effect here, and this is called the gut renovation. And I liked this idea or suggestion because it says I'm sorry, I don't know how to type, and I don't know why I typed that, but it's like you're cleaning the house bare, both my house before I had to move out and sell it, and his, you know, that we just did, because you are doing it literally, but you are also doing it metaphorically. And even in making this list and doing this, there's lots of times I cried because I looked at it that way too. And it also suggests that you end up having minimalism, not saying everybody, but we did both. Minimalism on the other side as a defense mechanism, it says, because you're not able to be smothered again by another person's chaos. And
yeah, you know how you kind of put something in the garage and then you need to put something in the garage too, so you just kind of put it next to something and it doesn't make any sense why they're together, and then the next time you need to put something out in the garage, you just kind of put it there and it's not really stable, but then you just kind of keep putting stuff there and it just kind of never actually fits, isn't organized, and just doesn't work. This is what we're talking about. Just gut it. Gut the whole thing, start fresh. And as you're putting things back in, actually think to yourself, do I want this? This has been here for 8 months. I actually forgot about it. I'm not going to do the project I thought I was going to do with it, and I don't really have a place for it. Should I really keep this? Or, hey, at one time, this did mean a lot to me. Now, it doesn't mean anything to me. And you forgot about it, but it's something in the pile. Now, the pile's smaller. You can actually organize it. It's a whole lot easier whenever you actually do the gut renovation.
And see, I'm thinking of this in two ways. Everything that he just said in the literal sense, and then I feel all of the things in the metaphorical sense, in the psychological way, in the healing way, because the chaos really came from what was going on behind the scenes, not with the stuff. Just like on Hoarders, it's not as much about the stuff as it is what's going on in your head and your feelings and cleaning that out. And so each thing you let go that maybe meant something to you, even though it's hard, you're letting go of that piece. Not saying you forget it completely, but you can remember it, remember the past, remember the purpose that it served, and then you can keep going. And I'll say that's why every room that I had to clean out, and every drawer and every closet and every place where the towels went and everything was so difficult. It wasn't about the stuff. It was really about everything that went with it and having such a heavy burden on top of me. And, at the time, we were married with my 3 kids and then his child too. And so we had combined, 4 other little lives with us, and everybody aged out. Well, 3 of the 4 aged out and left the nest. And it was still okay because I still had the last one there. But I just gave the girls their sheets that they had on their bed since middle school, the other day. Mm-hmm. And there's things that I had to let go. And so it's just hard to go through the regular life changes of kids moving out of the house and everything anyway. And then all of a sudden the whole entire situation closed down and everything had to be different. And so the stuff and moving it and everything was just bringing up a lot of the emotional things. And I had to let so much go. And you know what? If you really ask me today, I can tell you some Christmas stuff and a couch, but I can't think of anything that means anything to me that I had to let go, and I got rid of a lot.
Yeah. Well, you also weren't the type of person to be like, oh, I could use this for a project.
No.
Because those people who we've seen on Hoarders said, oh, this piece right here would be perfect for this project. And then they get the piece and never start the project. Then they start a different project, and then they go get a new piece. And those projects keep piling up over and over and over, and they never want to let the stuff go because, oh, that's for this project of mine, and that means something to them.
And they don't have space to eat at a kitchen table or sleep on a whole bed.
Yeah, but they're going to build a bookshelf out of coffee cans.
Yes.
They're gonna. So don't throw away the coffee cans. But that mentality of things, of holding on for a possible project that you're gonna do, and never actually start or make any progress on, that's some of the stuff that you really got to watch out for, because that is a emotional tie to something. Because, hey, this will be a fun project that'll have a good outcome. Holding on to that stuff is not recommended.
And look, the reason why we're talking about this and saying this, are we experts? No, but have we been through it? Absolutely, in different ways. And so for us to talk about how we've bonded over this and created and changed our lives after this is really healing and hopefully inspiring, because I'm telling you, I was at the emotional bottom of the barrel when I had to do this. I had to. I couldn't afford to live at this place, and it was over, and it was too big, and it just was what it was. And so it had to happen. And this is something that I wanted to bring up called the Tidy Chapter, which is something that we've started together, which is sharing the same cleaning standards as someone and using this as a form of relationship maintenance. And when I saw that, I was like, wait a second. But it's so clear. We both came from so many square feet on the other side and being used to other things and having other things. And what did we do in the kitchen that made me the most happy? I have a tiny kitchen. I have a small house.
Wasn't it clearing out the cups?
Everything even before that. He said, why don't we look through every single cabinet and every single drawer and let's just keep the stuff that we use? And I was like, that is revolutionary.
Who would have thought?
Oh my goodness, what? And so we did. We went through every single thing. And honestly, it didn't even take that long. No. And it was really easy to do. And so now when we need something in the kitchen, it's just there. Mm-hmm. And you're not moving this to get to that and doing that. And we really have I would say we have what's on the way to a minimalist kitchen.
It's getting pretty close.
And it makes me happy.
They're essentials, but what we need.
Yeah, and it just makes me, me. Well, you eat off plates.
I got a cup. Yeah.
And you would too. You would have a cup of plate and a bowl, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even care.
Fork and a spoon.
Oh, and a fork is my bad. Sorry.
I have a pocket knife.
If you wash that thing off in between meals.
Wipe it on my jeans.
Okay, all right. He also does the laundry, so you can wipe it on your jeans all you want. I don't care. But you know what? Even saying that you do the laundry, like the way we've split our household and our duties, that nobody's like, I have to do this, I have to do that. We're just like, hey, we're both existing. You want clean clothes and you want food to eat. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I think in my vision of a relationship, and y'all can take this for whatever you want, but a relationship has a pile. And that pile is everything from bills to clothes to food to entertainment, everything. It's all just a big pile. And I'm not saying it's a pile of anything. I'm just saying it's a pile. So if you're over there taking from the pile as much as you can, hey, I'm going to mow the lawn. I'm going to take out the trash. I'm going to go get dinner. I'm going to do this. If you're doing everything you can to take from the big old pile of a relationship, then you have a significant other doing the same thing. Y'all can really maintain that pile. It is so much easier whenever everybody is just trying to help out, literally trying to take from the pile. Hey, you're over here cleaning the floors, I'm going to do laundry. Hey, you're over there cooking the food, I got the dishes to bring them back to the sink. I'm going to take out the trash while you're over there cleaning the bathrooms. Just there's a big old pile of stuff that needs to get done. And if you got two people working on the same pile, it really makes life pretty good.
And I will say, this is my first experience where it really is divided so beautifully and equally. And I don't feel like there's any resentment. I don't feel like there's any, well, I did this and you didn't do this. Like, I don't ever feel that at all.
No.
I just feel like we're both like, hey, we got to, have hot water, clean house, gas in the car, whatever it is, it just all gets split up because we're both benefiting from that. And maybe it's easier because it's just two of us. I don't know. I had a family situation for such a long time where I was a stay-at-home mom and that was my full-time job. But trust me, I did my job. I did my job really hard, even down to the, like today when I was just trying to figure out something to eat without going to the store. Oh. Those are my skills, okay? That's the kind of stuff that I would figure out and be like, hey, we have to have a protein and a carb. Oh yeah, you have little kids, figure it out. So I probably would say that we didn't have to discuss a lot of things, and we come together so easily on maintaining our life. And we don't have to do that emergency scramble if someone comes over. Oh, go see if they can use the bathroom. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh God, yeah. Like the pile of clothes that's been sitting over there in the corner. Let's take care of that right now. Like, no, we are both very proactive on, hey, this needs to be done. We understand this needs to be done. Let's get this done. And hey, I got this, you got this. We're both capable people. Here we are being adults. We're not being man-child or child-woman over here that, like, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm tired, so I'm just going to take a nap. And then, oh, God, I have to do a load of laundry.
Wow, one load?
One
wow,
load. Yeah,
wow.
But then I had to put it in the dryer, too.
Whoa.
Like,
wow.
It's so just, she is not like that. And I'm also not coming over going, hey, I went to work. I paid for groceries. Shut up.
And bring me the food, woman.
Yeah, bring me the food. I'm watching football. Like, no, I go to work. She goes to work. Okay, we're both equal. Okay, I'm going to do laundry. She's going to do dishes. We're both equal. Like, I mow, she weed eat. Like, it's just, we very much yin and yang on things. And we both know, hey, for both of us to maintain a clean lifestyle, which we both want, we both have to participate. We both have to care, and we both have to actually make effort towards it.
And I love that we've discovered that new part of life together because, you were single and just did single guy stuff and however you kept up things or whatever. And then I was single still with a child at home and just did stuff. However, stuff's going to get done, even if it's just you. But whenever you can have the partnership together to do those things together. And even if it is just you, just maintain. Don't be a hoarder. Throw things in the trash. Process through things mentally so that you can get through that physical pile. And I won't say that I don't still revert back or do that. I've got this chair, the vanity next to my bed. That's my security comfort pile. I don't know. My emotional support pile. That's
There
what it
you
is.
go.
I have an emotional support pile of things I might wear again. I don't know. And that's not a big deal to me.
Even though you don't fit in them anymore. In the better way, by the way. In
Oh,
the
yes,
better way,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
It's just too big.
I know. And then I'm like, but I've had this for 10 years. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure you can throw it away now. But wait, I made my point the other day. Remember the shirt I wore to the gym yesterday? How long did I say I had that?
She said that she hasn't worn it in 10 years. That doesn't mean she's had it for 10 years.
No, longer.
Over 10 years.
Yeah. And I wore it yesterday because it finally fit. And I was so excited. Okay, but don't take that as the theme of this entire podcast.
You can use it. Don't throw it away. Just hold on to it. It's a project. This shirt, this is my motivation to go to the gym because I'll be able to fit back in.
Don't do it. Because you know what? Had I thrown
that.
away that shirt years ago, I would have never even remembered that I had it. Okay. Just to be honest, I'm not even sure how it snuck in the pile. Okay. I'm not even sure.
We need to do some purging on the clothes
I know.
side.
No, we do. But you know what? Now he's not even saying that, like, come on, we need more space in the closet. No, he's right. And it's okay. It took me a long time to get to okay, because even the garage right now, in what would you say, a week and a half, we got rid of 3 beds in there. We had. Well, just the 2 of us live here. We had 3 beds in there.
A twin bed and bed frame, a full bed and bed frame, a queen box spring mattress and bed frame, and then was that a king or a queen that was?
That was a queen. The other one,
and a queen frame. All of that was in the garage, and we did get rid of all of that.
Yes, but let me say, it was hard emotionally for me. And we're going to do the cleaning out of the garage for spring cleaning and getting rid of some more too, because I have to get to a very specific place emotionally before I can do it. Like when I moved here, I had already only brought a quarter of the stuff that we owned to move into this house, me and my daughter. That was hard already. We live here, we process whatever. I have my son and his wife and grandbaby live here for a little while, and then they leave. So I lose all of those 3. Plus my 18-year-old that goes to college somewhere else. And then I was like, put everything on a pause. I do not feel comfortable getting rid of anything. And I really, really didn't, because I had the mentality that they're all coming back.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also I'm sure that everything's leaving. Stop letting things leave.
I felt like I needed to have control of holding on to some things because I had to hold on, because that's the only power that I had. And so now...
Do you think that you told yourself, justified technically speaking, that, they're going to come back, that's why you were holding on to things?
No, I definitely think so. Like the bed that I had that I just gave to my daughter, they were going to come back and they were going to need a bed. They were going to need a place to stay. We have a whole the biggest bathroom in the house that nobody goes in hardly ever. Maybe I'll stop by and wash my hands or something, because I felt like everyone's going to need to come back and everyone's going to need the big bathroom. And how dare I take that space if they need that bathroom? And nobody's coming back here. And that was really hard for me to realize. And even when I went in there earlier, I was like, I got to just start using it.
Yeah. She's got this little itty bitty, like, the sinks that don't have really any counter. It's just the sink. This is a Latina woman doing her 50 shades of makeup, 19 layers of this and that with touches of this. Gonna do the hair, gonna curl it, gonna make it not move, but let it move a little bit with this stuff, and all of that going on with like a corner. Just a little corner for her to work with over there. She drops stuff in the toilet all the time. I do. She has no place to put it. Then over
my
here,
little shelf is coming off, and boom, there it goes.
It is hilarious to hear it. And she's got this big, I'm not going to say massive, but it's a sink in the center, and then probably 2 feet on each side with drawers. All sorts of stuff right there. And right behind her is a big old cabinet that's got all sorts of room in there. And it's like, no, they're going to need that whenever they come back. So they're going to need all this space. They're going to need all these drawers.
So let me tell you, we talked about it because I cried about it and we were trying to get through it and broke it down. I have been so used to existing in a small space to accommodate other people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that against my kids. They didn't ask to be born. I brought them in this world on purpose and everything. I'm just saying, whenever you do have children, that you want to make sure everything flows and works and they're accommodated and things like that. And I don't have little kids anymore, and I don't have to do that, but I just was used to it for so long. Do your makeup in the car like this, on the way to church with the minivan full of kids and things like that. And it's just me used to existing in a small space, and I don't have to do that anymore. And I'm trying so hard to unlearn that because I deserve it. And I have it, and it's available. If all we had was a single wide trailer and one sink where we washed the dishes and brushed our teeth, then that is what it is.
Yeah, well,
but
we would be utilizing the space very, very, very efficiently.
Right. And that would be fine because that's what it is.
We are not utilizing the space very, very efficiently.
I'm going to go move a brush in there. Okay. All right. So the Hoarders, us, everything, this podcast, this really is about coming to terms with things, full circle with things. And a lot of it is up here. And it's really hard to think that it's just up here. You can't just walk in and be like, ew, gross girl, clean your house. That's not what it's about. Sometimes it's about a lot more. There's stay-at-home moms. I remember my kids being younger, and you do have postpartum depression, or you've been in the house with little kids all day and you're going to lose your mind. It's really hard to clean. It's really hard to be organized. So I get that there's different places that people are, but I'm telling you, people, it is up here.
Oh yeah, because somebody could fall in love with a wrapper, a used up, dirty wrapper, and for some reason that means something to them. It is trash. That's the fact of it is trash, but the feeling behind that piece of wrapper paper means something. That can go to anything and everything. Hey, this little thing, this little cup right here that is broken, will not hold water or anything like that, means something. So I cannot throw it away.
I think you're going to need to give me a pep talk before we get back in the garage.
Wow.
I do have things like that. And you watch Hoarders, you're like, oh my gosh, eating popcorn, you're crazy, you're dumb, just throw it all away, clean the house, you're gross. And then I go to the kitchen cabinet, and we did have a time where we just cleaned out all the cups and the mugs so we could make space and be minimalists about it. And how hard was it for me to let go of some of that stuff?
Oh yeah, it was hard for you.
It was really hard. It was like, but this means, and I got this one from, and this is guys, if you want to talk about it and the process of getting there, you can get there. It is hard, but you have to go through it, and it's psychological and it's scary. But so I think that we are getting to the end of our recording here, and also to the end of this subject. So in closing, what I would like to say is that you aren't throwing away your past. You're making room for your future. And if you can think about that as you go through the kitchen junk drawer, or your pile by your bed, or your garage, or your kitchen, or anything else that's really kind of holding you down psychologically, you're not throwing your past away. You're making room for your future. That's really got to stick in my head, and something that we've discussed that he's encouraged me to remember.
Oh yeah. No, to me, it's just stuff. Don't get me wrong. It is just stuff. A lot of it. Now, a picture of you as a child, whenever you first made your first baby step. Okay, that's something important. But, this is my favorite mug. If it's a pile and pile and pile of mugs and mugs and mugs, and that one's got a broken handle on it, just throw it away. It's just stuff. I know it's hard to hear, and I know it's hard to accept, but whenever it's just in the way, it's stopping you from actually progressing and doing better for you. It's exactly how she said. You're clearing out all this stuff for your future. Whenever you can wake up, breathe, step out of the shower, and not be stepping on things like a pile of towels and all of that, but you'll get to it later, or we'll use them eventually. No, you're living with them currently in your way. Just let it go.
And this actually, I wanted to close and wrap up, but this reminds me. Do you remember when I had the really big breakthrough?
Which one?
We were watching Hoarders, and this girl, they had done their episode 2 days after her mom had passed away.
Oh, I remember her.
And she was also a huge contributor of the Hoard and everything. And they kind of followed up a year later. They go back to see her and kind of follow up. And, she was like, I'm worth it. I was worth the help. I'm worth being clean. I'm worth all of these things. And I'm like, yeah, girl, you're worth it. And he looks at me.
So,
aren't you worth it? Aren't you worth using your own bathroom? Aren't you worth, all of these things?
You would have thought she turned on the sink at about that time.
Yeah. The eye sink. Yes. I just was like, how can I look at these people that I don't know and I could say, girl, of course you're worth it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Strangers are worth it.
Well, it's like
that means you're worth it too.
Meme that I sent you, where it's like, I will be here for you. I will help you. I will do anything I can to make you happy. And they're like, oh, I thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything. What?
No. Yeah.
No. If I were to ask for help, I'm a burden. I would be bad for asking for help. And it's like, that's kind of how you are.
No,
these people, all of these other people, not only on a TV show of Hoarders that was shot years ago, don't know you. They deserve all this happiness. They deserve all of this closure, all of this healing, all of this breath of fresh air. But not you.
No.
I mean, that would be too much. You'd be asking too much. You would be selfish, your ego and all this other, instead of just being like, hey, I think I'm a good person. I think I may need to deserve a clean house that isn't cluttered and nasty and trashy.
And the closure that comes from all of that, and to be happy. And I'm like, maybe not me. And that's so dumb.
I don't deserve it.
It's so dumb. So is this about stuff? Not really. Is this about exes? Not really. These are about all the things that led up into self-discovery, personal value, putting things away from the past and actually healing and learning. And there happens to be a bunch of stuff involved. And the Hoarders TV show is a blast to watch. I'm just glad that I can see things on there and not smell through the screen, because I would not be okay.
Yeah, they talk about some of that stuff, and it's like
some of the bathrooms.
Like, the smell in here is very bad, and I'm like, that is the most professional way you could have ever have said that, because I've actually never seen any of them really rich, like be like,
no. I think there was like a sister-in-law that came in once. She's like, I have to go outside because I don't feel good. I would be there in a hazmat suit with an N95. And I mean, I'm telling you some of these things. And because I work for a plumbing and heating and air company, I saw one of the ladies go into the bathrooms and she went to pick something up. I was like, stop. Even the plumbers won't do that. You stop right now and glove up and go get geared up and shovel this out. Gross.
Well, they did have one that was a hazmat, because they were like, this is not safe for human beings to be touching and cleaning up. They actually put it all into like a hazmat box and had to ship it off to a certain place.
I think that was Canada. Was that the first Canada episode we watched?
I don't know why they're doing the Canada stuff.
I don't know. We don't really love the Canadian stuff. Well, sorry if you're from Canada.
So how we were talking about, they come and they talk, and it's not just about cleaning up the trash. It's about cleaning up the person. Okay, whatever. I get it. Yeah, it's healing emotionally during physical cleaning. I get that. But Canada sucks. They'll just sit there and they'll be talking and talking and talking, and then it's like they just want to be on film to talk, so they'll talk some more. And then midway through, how are you feeling? What's going on? Oh, how is this? How are you feeling, random person? Like, you're a friend. How are you feeling right now? I don't care. I'm the viewer. Okay. I want to know, like, oh, a little bit of drama. Cool. Let's see the quick, fast, pick this up, put that over there, put it in the box.
Yes,
like, oh, she's not letting go of the tin cup again. Like, okay, that's cool stuff. And then, hey, here we go. But it is like, okay, Canada, it seems like 20% of it is cleaning. We got
Yes.
70% of talking bull crap in between. We're having our morning meeting and, oh, this person really needs to whatever. And then 10% of, hey, it's clean. And then did they do their aftercare therapy? It's like, man.
Okay, so I don't know if it's just the Canadian therapists, the people, the editing of the whole show or whatever. And they're the most new ones that are been released. And so they're kind of, So we watched some other episodes though with Dorothy and with the other organizers, and I love Dorothy Brenninger. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her.
If Dorothy Brenninger can hear this, if you ever get the chance to be around her, can you please give her a hug?
Hug, please. And I don't hug people, and I don't like hugs.
Say that you hug me.
I hug.
all
I
the
mean,
time.
okay, I do like you. I hug you. Every single day.
Yeah.
But as far as like total strangers go, I would hug Dorothy. I love her peppy, quick, let's make decisions, let's do it. But she's also sweet.
Very factual though. She's
yeah.
like, we're going to throw this away for the benefit of you.
Yes. And because you are important. And I think it's Dorothy who was telling somebody that they were important that made me cry. Dorothy made me cry. That was it. It was Dorothy because I was like, Dorothy, I am valuable. Thank you. Stranger on the TV. Forget actual real people in real life who will tell you things.
I've been knocking that into her head since like day 4 of us being together to an extent. Nothing. Just a brick wall. And then Dorothy Brenninger comes over and is like, you random person in this rat infested house, you're worth it. I am, all right, Dorothy.
That was literally how it was. It was just the right time that she got to me, and yay, progress. That's all I have to say.
Well, hopefully this gets to you watching this, or maybe you send it to a friend and it gets to them. But if you know somebody who is holding on to the past and it's just piling up and starting to fester and get worse, maybe it's time for that gut renovation, because more than likely you're worth it.
You are. I'll tell you. You are. We're not talking about me, but I will tell you that you are.
Well, you're worth it. I'm worth it.
I know. It's
You're
just
worth
harder to, but everybody else is. And really, if you want to watch this episode and laugh at us or really take something from it or share it with another person, please do, because that's our point. We share these things with each other together all the time. We know these stories.
Yeah.
We want to help other people. We want to encourage. If you want to reach out to either one of us personally and say, hey, where do I start? How do I do this?
Got any suggestions?
Got any suggestions?
Yeah, we don't put all the lights up and put the camera on and do all this stuff because I don't even like seeing me on a camera. I really don't. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for y'all. So hopefully this helps, either laughing at how goofy and crazy we are, or maybe you're laughing because you're starting to see some things as we talk about it. But either way, we hope the best for y'all, and we hope you'll come and join us on our next episode for the old Disco Ball Discourse.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Deuces.
That is so strategically placed. Every time. I know it is.